traditional Muslims are very loud when they condemn a government that force a woman to take off her hijab. However, they stay very silent and quiet when our government force a woman to wear hijab. There's a new narrative out there that hijab is a choice. And why this narrative was spread? It's spread from the West because hijab was seen by Western people as an oppression towards women and as something that is forced upon on women. So they came up with this narrative that hijab is a choice. However, I, as a Muslim woman who grew up in a Muslim country, can tell you that hijab is not a choice and it is forced upon majority of women. A lot of women absolutely hate wearing it, but they are just forced to wear it and it's not a choice. A woman choose to wear it out of her own free will. In that case, it is empowering and it can be liberating. So why a girl wear hijab? Let's get to the bottom of this. And a lot of people act like I don't know these things. I grew up in a Muslim country. I learned Islam from kindergarten all the way until 10th grade. It was part of our curriculum. I have done a lot of research on my own on my religion. Of course, if I'm practicing something, I want to research on it. The only reason a girl needs to wear hijab is as a sign of her worship to Allah. It's between her and her creator and no one else. There's a very popular myth, a lot of traditional Muslim believe that a woman has to cover her entire self just so she doesn't tempt a man. No, if a man is tempted, it's upon him. It has nothing to do with the girl. The girl has to cover herself for her Allah. If your father is forcing it upon you, if your husband is forcing it upon you, if your mom, society, government, anyone is forcing it upon you, it's defeating the entire purpose of hijab. And I just see like a lot of traditional Muslim are perfectly okay with forced hijab. They don't see a problem with it. And you can see any of these kind of videos in which a girl is saying how she is opposed to forced hijab. You'll see comments like, yes, it is a choice, but if you don't do it, you'll end up in Jahannam and you'll get burned in hellfire and all those fear tactics they'll use. So it's not a choice when you use but. Hijab is a choice, period. You cannot use but because whenever a person uses but in a sentence, everything before but loses its value and everything after but maintains its value or become more valuable. So if you agree on hijab truly being a choice, you cannot post those kind of comments, and you will see those kind of comments under any of these hijab is a choice video in abundance, and they'll get so many likes. So you know, like, what is the mindset of majority of Muslims? They don't think forced hijab is a problem. They don't think hijab should be a choice. They just say these kind of things to sound like they don't believe in women oppression, but they are not going to practice it. They fully support forced hijab. They fully support governments who are enforcing hijab on women. Do you know women are getting killed, beaten? A lot of things are happening to them just because of this forced hijab for centuries and centuries until now. I don't know if you know about Masha Amini. She was killed a year ago in Iran just because she was not wearing hijab the right way. This forced hijab bring out very misogynistic societies because then men has control and power over women and they can tell a woman how to wear things and they can disregard all her complaints if she is not wearing hijab the right way. And that's why a lot of traditional Muslims also have the mindset that if a woman is not wearing hijab and she get harassed on the street or even get assaulted, it is her fault. not the guy's fault who assaulted her. So this forced hijab also promote victim blaming. It is so common in Muslim society. In the end, I just want to say whether a woman wear hijab or doesn't wear hijab, it shouldn't be anyone else's choice. It should only be her choice. And a lot of people say, "Oh no, we didn't force our daughter to wear hijab." And yeah, they are bullying her. They are pressuring her. They are emotionally blackmailing her to wear it. So maybe you are not using physical force. A lot of time in Muslim household, they do use physical force on a girl to wear hijab too. She's like literally afraid of her life if she's not wearing hijab. But sometimes they don't use physical force and they use mental force. Like they will bully her, they will belittle her, they will shame her if she's not wearing hijab. Who can live up to all those things? Of course she's going to give in and will wear hijab. And a lot of these things happen in Muslim majority countries, but even in West, some countries, especially in UK, where I see a lot of really traditional Muslims, it has been going on over there too. But I do see like in younger generation in West, they are more likely to be wearing hijab on their own free will than being pressured. And then it definitely become a source of women empowerment, women liberation, because she made that choice.